Good afternoon. It's me again. Now I'm still at the steam rally down in, I don't know where we are. We're down somewhere in here, East Sussington. Now this next video is a bit of plant behind us. You can hear one starting the engines up there. A bit of plant, and then we walk round and we can see some military behind us. We see some military behind us. And some cats and God knows what else. So don't forget, like, subscribe and all that nonsense. And my drying your router. Yeah, thanks for coming on. See you in a little while. I just see you start this machine. Now tell us what it is. It's a Caterpillar D8. D8. Fantastic. Now, how long have you owned it for?
I haven't, it's my mate's.
Is it? And what's your name?
Steve.
Stephen, would you look after it or something, do you?
I just give my mate a little hand out again.
Yeah. It's a proper machine, isn't it? I used to know a chap, he died last year, Ralph Stevens, and he had quite a few of these, didn't he? So,
if you go over to Crawfords 10,
yeah.
I think the man who originally owned it is there.
Really? So is it like a proper business, excavating business, is it?
No.
He just owns a few of these, does he?
Yeah.
Fantastic. Now, I see you started out on petrol, 2-cylinder petrol, is it? So no electric starts on that, is there?
No, the boy did it all.
Did he? Is he your boy or?
No, he's Toby Gray, lovely lad.
Yeah. Fantastic. Well, it's nice to see it. Thank you for bringing it along. Tell us your name again, fella.
Oh, Steve.
Steve. Cheers, Steve. There's a little D4. Oh, it's for sale. Tag for sale. What's for sale? A lovely collection of Caterpillars. D2 there. Early one. What is that? That's a petrol. Cracked one now. D2, yeah, a little D2 there.
Generator, but much bigger than that.
D6. I think these all start on petrol. Yes, it's got the twin spark plugs there, so it's all started up on petrol. Oh yeah, this one's restored, 2004. No, that's a proper old one. That looks like it starts up on propane, or runs on propane, runs it? Forcing the petrol, can't be petrol, surely it just burn too much. Probably on propane. Another Caterpillar, old Caterpillar there, isn't it, eh? Four-cylinder. Right, let's see if I can get over and have a chat with someone who knows what all this is about. Perhaps he'll walk round with me. Well, good morning, guys. Is it morning still? It is.
There you go.
I saw the young fella start out D8 up. What a superb job you've done. What's your name, fella?
I'm Toby.
Toby.
Yeah.
Fantastic, great job. What have you got to do with that? Is it your father owns it or something, does he?
No, these two men here.
These two men here. Which are the two men we're talking about? That one there and this one here. Are you going to walk around and tell us about all your... He will. What's your name, fella?
Sam.
Sam.
Crawford and Matt Crawford.
Fantastic. Crawfords of, where are you based?
Eastfield, mate.
Eastfield.
Eastfield.
Eastfield. Can we pause this video and is there a cup of tea for me? Because I am gasping.
Yeah, there is, 50 quid.
50 quid? Well, that'd be cheap enough because it's cost me enough money getting in here and getting down here today.
Yeah, crack on.
Cheers, fella. Right, please introduce yourself then.
I'm Sam Crawford.
And where are you from, Sam?
Grew up in Eastfield, just down the road. Grown up around this way. Yeah.
And that's mum, is it?
Mum.
That's Mum.
Oh, yeah, mum.
Over there talking.
Right, let's get a bit closer then, shall we?
Where's that?
Off.
That's gone the 8, but leave it there.
Now, off camera, this chap's been telling me all about his history and one thing, and I just don't want that. I'd rather it captured and he can tell me all about it. Now, how did you get into these Caterpillars then?
From, like I said, from Dad having a D2 for most of his life, and
he worked on the railway with that?
He has worked on the railway since the late 80s, and he's been there ever since. He's been there, what, over 20 odd years now.
Yeah.
The infrastructure and permanent way manager, so we're lucky that we have the use of the Horsley Cairns railway station yard down there for working on our stuff.
And storage as well?
Yeah, and storing them there. I'm very fortunate in that regards. We've, yeah, the D2 we've had the longest. Dad had a D4 and an R2 that they went on to other hands. The R2's here over there now, it's been done up by the late Terry Simmons, his son bought it this weekend. I'd love to own it again because it used to be ours, but that's another thing.
Yeah.
So for a long time we didn't have anything, but a few years ago Dad paid off his mortgage. I was into more full-time work and we had a bit more financial, I wouldn't say backing, we've never been well off for that.
No.
Say like, but we
you don't
made
need to, do it? No.
And we bought the D7, we bought that 3-4 years ago.
Yeah.
And it needed, we rebuilt the donkey engine and that, done a lot of work on the main engine, we put a winch for it, put the winch on, done loads and loads of that. It was not running, it was very much a bit really, it wasn't that great. It's not finished yet still, once like the painting wants finishing, the bonnet all wants painting, it still wants a bit of this and that. The winch works and we used the winch and the crawler a couple months ago, pulling some oak trees out.
Perfect.
Old Glory.
Yeah, perfect,
There's an article in Old Glory about that. The trees went to the Sutton Hoo Anglo-Saxon shit we use. Funny enough, Clive Gray and his boy use some of his D6M and one of his type of diggers and my D7 to do the job. Done that. So we've used it, it works well. And we've got the D8.
That's great. It's not just a trolley dolly, is it?
No.
It earns its keep, does it?
We couldn't really be too fussed on how they look, as long as they work and we can use them. And
I love working clothes. You see, I'm not a person for sparkly looking tractors or anything like that. I like to see the history of the tractor.
Yeah.
Their working life, that's what they was built for in the first place, weren't they? They weren't meant to be a show. They was like brute men back in the early 50s and 60s, weren't they? Building motorways and that sort of thing.
I think I was on that for about 6 hours and I was absolutely super bench fucked at the end of it.
Yeah.
To think you would do that for 12 hours a day, every day.
And the early ones never had no silencers on them, did they?
No, the 7's got boosted hydraulically assisted steering clutches. See, that helps a bit, but even then, doing what we were doing, you're constantly turning over the shoulder and it's a lot you're using both hands and both legs all at the same time. It's not just physically hard work, it's bloody mentally hard work as well.
Exactly. Yeah, well, your concentration all the time. Now, tell us about this starting now. I just see one starting now.
Young Toby, Clive Gray's boy, he's got quite taught him how to start both of them, and he's got quite good at it now. They're both. The 7 starts a bit better than the 8. So we rebuilt the donkey engine on the 7, but even that can be a bit particular at times.
So tell us about the donkey engine then. What is that then?
2-cylinder petrol engine bolted to the side. I've had people who don't know ask, who they made by. It was Cat's own engine.
Yep.
The 6s, 7s and 8s had a side-mounted 2-cylinder upright petrol engine, where the 2s, 4s and some of the 6s had a what might be called a boxer style, a pose petrol engine at the back. But mostly all put a bit of right around the flywheel.
Oh, you still got the old pulley thing,
yeah? Some people have fitted electric starters to them.
On the D2s mainly though, haven't they really?
The D7s, they start hand crank. The D7 one starts at the top, sort of shaft goes down with an angle drive into it, and the 8 starts through the middle, or through the front, sorry. I have got a starter motor that will fit on one of them, but I haven't put it on.
Now, would you want to do that?
Sometimes, just for pure convenience, because if they're being a pig and not running and not starting, they're a pain in the arse. But very often I'll pull start them. If the 6 starts no problem, the 8 starts no problem when you pull start. It's 7's a bit funny, but they're all very finicky. They've got their own little traits. So you've got to have them. You've got to know them.
You don't have to give it a bit of sniff or anything like that.
No, never. Anyone who relies on starting fluid or like brake cleaner isn't starting is doing it wrong. I'm sorry, but they're doing it wrong.
Well, everyone's got their opinion, and I agree with you on that.
Everyone starts in their own ways. Everyone has their own ways of doing it, but the way I've always been told, and the way I understand it, is I used to often see people that start them up and they'll have the diesel throttle wide open. All you're doing is pouring cold diesel into an engine that's trying to get warm. I never have any throttle on any of them when I start them. I'm running on full compression for as long as I need, and I've got oil pressure. And then once I'm happy, then I give it some fuel and it starts straight up.
Perfect.
You don't need to, like I said, everyone's tractor's different, everyone has their own methods, and they'll work it out differently, but...
Fantastic. Now what we're going to do, we're going to have a walk round with you in a minute and you're going to show me. But before you go, I've got Mum in the background. Now Mum, tell us a little bit about the family. Now, obviously you put up with a lot of these. Your husband's into his cats and your sons are into their cats. And where do you come in all this then?
Sheep cook and bottle washer.
Really? And do you enjoy it still weekends like this?
Oh yeah, I like the rallies, and I always know where to find them.
Yeah. Well, they're better than chasing dirty women, aren't they, darling?
Yeah, and having mechanically minded relatives means that my Land Rover gets a bit of attention.
We're going to talk about that in a minute. So tell us a little bit about your Land Rover.
My mum and dad bought it brand new in 1963.
Really?
And I've got all the original paperwork for it as well.
Yeah.
It went into the garage in 1979 with a broken gearbox, and it stayed there until 4 years ago.
Oh, blimey.
And it's had a mechanical restoration, and now she's back out and occasionally used as a daily drive. That comes out as support for the boys when they're at the weekends like this.
Do you enjoy driving it?
Love it.
Love it. Now, I don't know Land Rover, so you're going to have to bear with me on this. Is it a Series 1, 2, 3, 5?
Series 2A.
2A.
2.25 petrol.
Petrol engine, yeah.
Yeah. And at the time they had lots of extras fitted brand new from the dealership, so
Yep.
it's a little bit unusual that it in the interior layout. So,
Okay. Suspension wise,
don't know.
bog standard.
Yeah.
Chassis, all good.
It got a new chassis when she came out in,
Right.
4 years ago. She had a new chassis from Richards.
Well, we could all do with a new chassis, couldn't we, really? You know what I mean? And yeah, so nice. Let's have a walk round it. Can we have a walk round it?
Absolutely.
It's a commercial, isn't it? Obviously.
I don't know what you thought.
How much money have you spent on it then? A lot of money.
Not a massive amount, but the chassis was two to 3 grand just for the chassis.
Is it a galvanised chassis?
Yeah.
That's it, perfect. Lovely. Oh, you got some books as well. Show us your books. I don't often say that to young ladies. Oh, my gimbal's gone a bit mad. There you go. You're back in the house.
I've got
Oh, the actual sales for it. Is that not £750 for it, was it?
yeah, in August 1963,
Blimey. In Reigate in Dalton. Fantastic.
and you would have picked up the leaflet saying what you wanted, all the optional extras.
No. Oh, that's the history, isn't it? That's great to have it, isn't it? All the
Yeah.
history. And you said it belonged to your father, did it?
Yeah, my mum and dad.
What a great looking car. Oh, we got more pictures. Oh. Oh.
That's kind of what we had to
Oh, right.
get. That's a work in progress.
Yep.
It was worse than that, but there she is at the back. There was just enough space to get down to the sink.
Oh, God.
Get down the
Bit
side.
of a shelf then, was it? It was used as a shelf, was it really?
There was in it, on it, under it, over it, round it,
Oh, God, yeah.
packed in. But yeah, we got her out.
And all done all the work on it?
A chap local to the area did the mechanics for me and did the chassis. Stuart
Okay.
Annis.
All new wiring, lumen and
Yeah.
all that sort of thing?
Yeah. So there's the two chassis side by side.
Yep. And as you say, the petrol engine was done at the same time, was it?
Yeah, that got refurbished, and the gearbox. So it's the same
Okay.
gearbox, but he refurbished it.
Oh, perfect.
Fixed it up.
Oh, is that
So-
mum and dad?
This is my mum and dad, and they didn't know that I'd got her back and she was on the road and I was using her.
Oh, bless.
And I got my daughter to come out of our house, get them to come out of their house. And this was the first time they'd been in it,
Bless.
running,
Fantastic.
stored.
That must be amazing for her,
This
mustn't it?
cushion my mum had made because, as you can see, her feet don't reach the pedals. I've still got the cushion.
Oh, bless.
So,
Oh,
yeah.
Whoa.
They're sadly not strong enough to drive her anymore.
no.
But my mum drove her as a daily drive because my dad generally
Oh, no, you had a Messerschmitt, did he?
Messerschmitt bubble car.
No, really? Oh,
So
my
I had a slightly
God.
unconventional
Upbringing.
upbringing on the vehicle front. So yeah,
Thanks. Well, we appreciate you giving us a talk about it. Tell us your full name again.
Sue Crawford.
And your partner of the man
Matt.
with the D2s, D8s,
and
D9s.
Sam, who you were just talking to, is my eldest.
Which we're going to go and have a chat with now.
Yeah.
Well, much appreciated. Thank you for saving all this and thank you for putting up with the boys. All right.
All right.
Thank you.
Nice to meet you.
You too. Bye bye. Right, we're back with Sam. We spoke to his mum and she's told me all about her Land Rover. Now you're going to tell me about your. Where should we start, Sam?
I know, start next to this if you want.
Yeah, let's go for it.
It's a bit misconceiving being blue. I'm not really sure why it's blue, but it is Caterpillar. It has got
Do you want to stand in front of it alongside it so we can see the both of you?
It has got Caterpillar on it. It is made by Caterpillar.
Yep.
You can see bits of yellow underneath it. It's what's called a scope.
Right.
It's in SCOTE, but it's like an abbreviation. It's single cylinder oil test engine. They were used for testing oils in oil labs. So the whole idea is you can take it apart in like half an hour,
All right.
rebuild it in half an hour, run it in oil, take it apart, see what it's done, rebuild it. But you can change all the fuel settings and all this, everything. We bought, I think they won, I can have another one in this country, that's about it. We've had it for a few years, there's another thing on the list.
That's what I was going to.
Yeah, it's all free and moving, but there's a few bits missing off of it.
Yeah. That was going to be my question. Will you restore it?
Yeah, I'll do it all at once.
Yeah, and you got to and run it, perhaps.
Yeah. No, I will. I've got to make a skid frame for it. I've got a spare D4 radiator that I'm going to plumb into with it.
Is it? It is diesel. It is.
Yeah, the
diesel.
first ones they made use the same. Basically, one cylinder version of the 7.8, same size 5 3/4 inch piston.
Yeah.
5 3/4 by 8 inch bore and stroke piston. This one I think is a slightly later one that uses the same piston, 3406, a slightly later engine. But yeah, regardless, I've got to get a few bits for it. I've got to get it running. I've got all the books for it. I've got all the books.
But you can see how it's built. It's built to last, isn't it?
It's a heavy old lump.
Yeah.
You wouldn't want to fall down the fence.
No, oh God, no. But thank you for saving it, really.
I know of another one in this country. I've seen videos of a few in America, and like people will have like a little Honda generator, or a little Honda engine with a wheelbarrow tire.
Oh right, to start it up.
No other way.
No.
Really.
Fantastic. What's it called again?
A SCOTE, single cylinder oil test engine.
Fantastic.
SCOTE engine, but you're just saying engine twice. But yeah. A bit of a novelty. Yeah.
Well, let's move on then, shall we? What have we got next?
D7's up here.
D7. Oh, that's the one your friend got started for us, didn't he?
This is the D7.
Oh no, this is not that one.
Yeah, you've got this one going as well. This is
Go and stand in front of it then, Sam.
You're not going to hear me otherwise.
All right, we'll come this way then.
It's a 1944 D740 4 Tango. No different to a 3T or 7M really. Well, there is a few little differences. The reason it's 40 is they're made under licence by a company called American Car and Foundry.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
You see that on the side, ACF, that's American Car and Foundry. During the war, they couldn't make enough of these in their workshops, so American Car and Foundry made them for them under licence. It's still Caterpillar, there's nothing non-Caterpillar about it.
Yep.
It's made in a different place, that's all.
And what age would that be
That's
then?
44.
1944.
World War II.
Oh, really?
If you come on the other side. That's one of the RFID plates on it. It would have had other stuff painted on it, like fleet number. I don't know what the rest of the numbers were. When we got it, it had loads of green paint underneath it, and it was painted.
Military then, obviously, yeah.
And,
so what would you think it used for building airfields and that sort of thing, do you think?
this would have come with a winch. This is the original winch, and it would have had a front mounted blade.
Yeah.
We've got plates like that on the side. We come over here. See here, that's where there was a frame that was welded up to the top. I got the bits of plate up on the side here, the trunnions for a front mounted blade. We haven't got that, didn't have it when we got it.
Oh, right. Yeah, definitely military then, definitely airfield building.
It was
Yeah.
military. We're not really fussed like that, so we put it back to yellow.
Yeah.
Bought the winch.
Oh, the winch weren't on there, you bought it?
Would have had a winch, but
Yeah.
had one when we got it.
So what sort of tonnage would that, 20 tonne, would pull 20 tonne?
I've got one for an 8 as well, which I was going to bring it, but it's too heavy to move around.
Yeah.
230.
Blimey.
It's quite a fast skid as well.
Oh, is it? So would you rip a tree out with that? Would be it for?
If you couldn't do it, just driving the crawler away from it. But a lot of these were used for skidding timber woods.
Oh, right.
These are called isotone winches.
Yeah.
A lot of people look at CCUs and that called limb winches.
Yeah.
Yes, in essence they are a winch. They're operated like a scraper box. That is what put it.
Yeah, I've seen them on scraper boxes before. Oh.
Hopefully this week I might give it a go on something.
All right, it'd be perfect. Let's move on now then. Yep. What we got next?
This reporting here is owned by the West family.
Right.
Over there.
Yeah.
That comes from the Rob Wilson sale, one of the sales, I can't remember. They've done loads of new tracks and paint work. It's immaculate.
Yeah. Yeah, it is beautiful, but I don't know. I'm not certain about it for me. You know?
That is There's not. I mean, I like my tatty working tractors. That is something else.
Yeah.
There's nothing quite like that.
Now this big thing over there.
This
Oh,
R2,
two of them.
This R2 is the one that my dad sold and had years ago.
Yeah.
And sold in an awful condition.
Now what's the difference between an R2 and a D2?
Petrol.
Petrol engine. Okay.
You get R2s, R4s, and I think they made an R6. I think they made an R5. No, they do an R5, R2, R4, R5. And I think they've done an experimental R6. I don't know. Someone else knows.
So, is this one of your machine that's over here?
This is my family.
Can't stand next to it.
I've got a photo of my mum on a Ransom's crawler in the mid-90s. Literally, that crawler before she met my dad.
Oh really?
Find out later, yeah.
Oh.
This is our one. This is a D82U. We've owned it for just over a year, and the actual guy that owned the longest out there is old boy. We owned it from 1965 to 2012. The back end is from the 1947 TU. The engine is from the 1953 TU. They made about 20,000 TUs. This, and that's an AR, so that's more, that's in sort of early 40s, World War II era. This is just post-war. This is, they made 20,000 or so TUs.
Really?
Best tracks on the
Fantastic.
engine, about 10,000 steering happens, newer than the back end. We also look, this side's got a spoked idler,
Oh, okay.
and the other side, so it's been a bit of a mix and match machine through its life.
A bitsa.
There's had different track frames put on it, it's all a bit of
A bitsa.
I haven't done anything to it other than service it, clean it. I've replaced a few water pipes that got that.
Yeah.
I'll put the sign on it, and that's about it really. It's as it.
That's going to be a question I was going to, maintenance-wise, is it very expensive or reasonably?
Really. How much you use and you don't have to worry to it. I've got enough oil myself.
Yeah.
It doesn't really cost me anything. You buy the filters, they're not that much money. Grease. For how little you use them, it's not that.
And where do you keep them? In the yard, you say?
They have lived at various friends' yards and places. Unfortunately, we haven't got our own yard to be owned.
Yeah,
so we sort of go here, there, and everywhere. But,
That's got a bit of green paint underneath it
yeah,
as well, hasn't it?
it's got green paint all over the place. A bit of a bit. This has got a 20.5 litre engine.
Oh, blimey.
130 horsepower.
Yeah.
Weighs about 17 tonnes. 6-speed forward, 2-speed reverse.
I bet it's great fun to drive, isn't it?
Is that is CCU? So people call them winches. In essence, they are a winch. That's a tow winch. That lies to D4. That's a CCU, cable control unit. So you're using that
For a
those
box.
levers to operate a box,
Yeah.
a blade, a ripper. The old boy over there, Mick Hammond, from up Nottingham Way, they
Yeah.
owned this from 1965 to 2012. They used to use it on their farm seasonally, cultivated. Alistair Cuts,
Cultivated?
Yeah, Alistair Cuts has got the cultivator that comes with this. So it's the wind friend, it's local, you know.
Yeah.
They used to use that to bolt with the attach the trip lever on the cultivator. Same if you look at the old cultivator over there, the steam one, you've
Yeah.
got someone sat on it with the lever.
Yeah.
You just be up there, pull the lever.
Pull it and lift the player out of the ground,
They
didn't
used to use this to do cultivating. Well, you can put the chisel cultivator behind it and a set of discs. Actually quite. They used to work this seasonally and work hard.
he? I mean, they burned some diesel, didn't they?
Yeah, I think it's got about a 47-gallon fuel tank on it, because all the seats is the fuel tank.
Yeah. But I suppose back in the day, red diesel was cheap, wasn't it? So.
You don't smoke, it don't...
No, it
you
don't,
get
does it?
Rooms of black smoke, it's very efficient.
Yeah. I mean, can you run them on red diesel still, or just you ain't got to? Yeah, no, that's
Diesel's
fantastic.
diesel at the end of the day, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, Sam, we appreciate you taking us round. I'm going to look at a few more others. Tell us your full name again,
Sam Crawford.
and where you're from, Sam.
It's Phil.
And thank you for saving all these cats. And I'm sure people will be very interested in
Hopefully
them.
you'll see us going around the ring doing a bit.
Perfect. Cheers, Sam.
No worries, Tom. No worries.
Cheers,
If you don't know
mate.
anything more, just come find us.
Thanks, mate. Right, we'll have a quick look at everything else and then we'll end this video because it's getting a bit long now. A motor grader, I should say, Caterpillar. Beautiful collection of tractors. We'll look at a few new ones in a minute. Let's get some pictures.